Yo, what's going on, guys? So today we are going to be talking about the Joe Budden podcast and when someone crosses the line, should you hit them and is it worth it? So this isn't really as far as, oh, if you're being attacked or if something vicious is happening to your loved one. This is just if someone crosses the line verbally. Not necessarily if they're going to cross the line physically, because that's different. Self-defense is not the same thing as just going in on somebody and attacking them. So let me know what you guys think down below. I'm definitely interested to see what your guys' take is. What is your threshold? Where do you decide, okay, well, we've had enough here? Also, I want to know the age range, because as you age, I feel like most people mature more and they decide to stay away from violence. Not all the time, but most of the time. So if you guys like content like this, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below. And we're doing a giveaway at 500 subscribers. So if you guys get me to 500, you guys will get a gift card. So hope you guys enjoy the content, and let's go. So this is on the Man of Steel podcast. This is from a little bit ago. I'm a bit behind on my reactions as far as how recent the videos are. So hopefully this week I can get a ton of them up for you guys. And let's get right into the video.
Remember when Drake was like, yo, I know the hug that you give? Girls got that hug too. Your girl will sense. You fuck that bitch. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think that men have that power? And I'm leaving relationships because they think we fucking...
Yeah, but that's only a small portion. A lot of people like the relationship.
Do you think that? That's true too.
Yeah, they do.
Do you think that?
Yes,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We love the relationship stuff. So like when they're debating if we do or don't, guys, if you guys see this, because I know Joe runs around watching some of the videos on his podcast. If you do see this, we love your content. We love when you guys talk about the real stuff. So don't feel like that's a bad thing to do at all because of your age or anything like that. We appreciate the content deeply.
No, we don't want to fuck nobody. We want them all to stay and go get their friends and have them sign up too.
Your girl got some old work. She turn around. She hug him. Y'all in the line.
I peep it. Spidey.
There's no Spidey sense for this. I'm sorry, but there just isn't. Because everyone operates differently. You may have a good intuition for most of the time. Like, you might be accurate quite often. You're not going to be accurate 100% of the time. When it comes to stuff like this, I'm sorry, but fellas, it's not as simple and as easy as you might like to think. You're not just going to be able to peep if there's something going on unless they allow that to happen. If they allow you to peep that, if they make things awkward, if they change the way that they're acting, those kinds of things. But there's no foolproof, for sure way that you're going to be able to do this.
Walk me through it.
I don't got it specific.
Manifests in different ways.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like the hug was a little too nice, or sometimes the hug was a little too not nice.
She did the church butt out hug on you overcompensating. Yeah. Like I think I could just peep the energy. You know what I'm saying? I think I could just peep the energy.
I also don't really give a fuck.
See, he says, I think I can peep the energy. Anything you think isn't a guarantee. So even with me, I think I can feel that energy, but I could be very wrong. And I might have been wrong before.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Like, that's cool.
I really do not. To be honest,
I give a fuck if dude make me give a fuck.
Well, that's what I said. A lot of the times you can tell from the dude. That's what I just said.
It's not really about her. But my friends have talked me out of that, out of stepping to a dude that I felt was playing with me as a man, but it would look like you fighting over the relationship that you really not invested in anymore.
And when he's saying this, what he's talking about, when you come from the hood and you come from rougher areas just in general, you're gonna have this idea that you need to defend yourself all the time. And because you don't have access to the funds to be able to defend yourself with the law or with things like that, yeah. It's sad. It's very sad, but this is the reality that we face. Because there's times when I've felt hot-headed too. If people are pressing my buttons or trying to get a reaction out of me, trying to do something to me, I don't always give it to them, obviously. But there are times when you think like, man, I just wish I could react more here. But that's another part about being a black person or being a Spanish person. If you're darker skinned, the darker your skin is, the more of a rough time you're going to have as far as expressing your emotions and them not being looked at as if they're vicious or venomous for some reason. Because very oftentimes you'll see if a white person gets animated, it's not looked the same as if a black person gets animated, a Spanish person gets animated, a Middle Eastern person gets animated, etc. It definitely depends on where you're at, what is the minority in that area, and what is the majority of that area. And by that area, I don't only mean the country. That could mean the state, that could mean the county, that could mean the city, that could mean the bar, that could mean anywhere. So like this idea that you have to react when something is happening to you, that's not accurate. And especially the people that come from these hoods and from these bad areas, like myself, you need to put it in your mind, okay, well, there's times I react, times I don't react. Everything doesn't need a reaction. And if I do react, what are the repercussions? What's going to happen to me? How is this going to fall? Am I gonna get, at the end of the day, shot in the head? Am I gonna shoot myself in the foot by reacting? Or can I maybe not react now, but still deal with the situation the way I want to in the future? By being mature, by doing things the right way. Not by going across doing anything nasty or shady or dirty, but by being a mature person. People talk about being the bigger person all the time, and it's not as easy as people try to act like it is.
No, some niggas deserve the Merry Christmas though.
I'm glad they never got it. I know. I'm so glad.
Because you look like a dodo when you do it,
fam.
But they deserved it. Some of these niggas deserved it because
you don't get everything you deserve in life
today, man. It's a fine line over being a man.
I can't hit nobody. No, he can't. And you know that. He cannot.
Ish's eyes when he's saying that, he's like, nah. He's like, some of the niggas you hit, you can hit them. Don't worry. He's serious. He's so serious. Look at his face.
They have to hit me first.
Right.
Knock my little veneer out, then I gotta
go. Man, yo, it's a fine line.
I'm glad I never did that.
I got that shit out of what?
If some dude knows that you are married to Rim and he's in Rim's DMs, he might deserve a little straightment.
Why?
Yeah, okay.
Because you being disrespectful. But my stance is this. If you are talking to me when you see me in public, if I talk to somebody when I see him in public, if I hold a conversation with you, I won't fuck your girl. Now, whether I fucked her in the past, that's different. I said, if I'm not gonna actively try to fuck your chick.
See, and I feel the same way as Ish here. Like, I can't cross that line where I'm gonna try to sleep with someone's girl after I speak to you and have conversation with you or whatever that is. To me, that's almost simple. Like, you can't, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful on so many levels. So, nah. I wouldn't do that either.
You imposing your morality on someone else?
No, I don't want to, because I look at that as phony.
Okay.
If I'm kikiing with E or I'm kikiing with Savon and I know I'm busting your bitch, don't talk to me, dog. Fuck my bitch, because she's voluntarily fucking you back.
You're a young lady.
But don't converse with me when you see me in public.
But again, like...
Also, a big part of this, I think, comes with the idea of what are the repercussions of you doing this action. So Ish, you could tell from Ish's background, Ish having his past, everything that Ish has been through, he's not trying to walk that line and trying to toe that line of, oh, am I messing with your girl or not? Because that could be life or death in some cases. And if I feel like it might be life or death if it happened to me kind of thing, I'm definitely not going to do it to you. So Ish might have that idea like, oh, if you mess with my girl to a certain extent, there may be no going back for me. So it may be just the difference in how they view things. Because I don't think Ice or Joe necessarily view it the same way as him. As far as the extreme, like, yo, I gotta pop off. Like, this is what I gotta do.
Don't talk back to. I mean, don't come over to me having a conversation.
What if his morals aren't the same?
I know. Yeah. Now you walking down Fistmas Road.
So you gotta fight him because his morals not the same as yours?
No, I gotta fight you because you're being disrespectful. You sitting in my face talking to me. It's like being in a nigga's house and you know you secretly popping his chick.
You might not know better though.
Oh, he gonna learn the lessons.
When he says this is the truth. This is how it is. But that's how it is with everything. Joe says, oh, you're gonna hit him because your morals are different. He crossed your line. If he knows you, if you know him, if you guys know the girl, he knows that he shouldn't be doing this. He crosses this line, there's gonna be problems that result because of it. So like, when Ish is saying this is how he feels. And look at the way he's looking at Joe. He really means this. Because yeah, like, you need a life lesson if you're gonna do some of these things. That's how it is. I understand the law is what the law is and all that kind of stuff, but people always disobey the law because of emotions, morals, feelings. I'm not saying that I would necessarily do this because the kind of trouble you could get in is just it's not worth it. There have been moments I've had tons of rage where I've been not necessarily right by somebody that might have been doing something like this, but I've known of the situation or whatever, and at the end of the day, you cannot be mad at the person that they're doing it with. You got to be mad at the person that's supposed to be your partner. If the person is supposed to be your partner and they're going out being a destructive thought, like guy or girl, if they're going out being a destructive hoe thought, then like I don't know, just toss them to the side, get rid of that in your mind, be like, okay, I can do better than this. This isn't all I need. There's billions of people on the earth. And stop feeling like you need to be in a relationship to be happy. If you need to be in a relationship to be happy, the relationship itself isn't going to be happy. Not always. There's going to be a time when that relationship turns into absolute shit. You don't know what to do, and you're just going to look for another one.
I've been that guy.
You gonna go to jail?
I've been that guy.
No, stop.
You deserve to get your ass whipped.
I want to walk this through. All right, you beat him up, and now you go to jail.
Yeah, that's I got bail money.
What's it worth it?
All right, you bail yourself out. Now you still got a case. You want to press charges. You're going. I'm pressing charges, and I'm suing you. I seen you on that podcast. I'm suing you. You hit me.
Now we're going to court.
You don't even pay well.
I know, but you have to convince somebody.
I know.
And that's just a whole bunch of headache.
Listen to y'all.
I'm a beat some nigga up.
I'm a Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn. Logically, y'all are right. Y'all are right. I'm telling y'all, you're right. I have nothing to say. You're right. It's not worth it.
It's just being incredibly honest, because he's like, yes, you're completely right. The repercussions don't outweigh the positives to me doing this, but in the same token, it's just like, I understand all that, but what about the way I feel at the end of the day still? Because not everyone's able to just shake that off and be like, okay, I'll get over it and I won't do nothing. It takes maturity to do that. Not everyone has that level of maturity.
Sometimes you got to. No, you don't have to.
Okay, I don't know anything about this.
It's a memorable fucking. When both the gentlemen over here, when was the last time a man did something to you where you felt like you needed to put hands on him?
2008, probably for me.
2020. But just because I felt like maybe I wanted to do something or maybe something deserved to happen doesn't mean I'm going to. Just because you're upset doesn't mean that you go and you react and act out on it. We are people. We have our minds for a reason. We should be able to logically think through things and decide against doing this stuff. Because at the end of the day, it's not worth it. You put the beats down on somebody for one occasion, that doesn't mean anything to me. Like, to put the beats on a guy for popping your chick or for disrespecting you in some like gigantic way, it's not worth it. If they're not harming you, if they're not actually harming somebody, it is what it is. You have to think at the end of the day, what if the law comes for you, what can you do, what can't you do? Is it worth it? Is it worth the potential time you may face and the punishment that you may face for doing something like this? I know a lot of people will look at things and they'll be like, okay, well, it's just a misdemeanor charge. Okay, well, the misdemeanor charge for battery or whatever it is for that one time, it is that for that one time. What if you keep having that logic? It will turn into something way bigger. So I feel like oftentimes people don't weigh out the good and the bad for the things that they do, and they just act. So
it's been a long time. Over 10 years, definitely. I don't know. I can't even think back. My circle.
It's been about a month.
And the shit that I did.
The story I'm talking about, I told you both the story, right? What I wanted to do versus the willpower it took to not do that. It took a lot more strength for me to not do it. But this dude didn't mean no harm. It was just harm.
But no, see, again, it's different.
He caused harm.
Oh,
but he didn't mean.
People say it's easier to react when things are happening, but if you have any idea of the things that can happen as a result of your actions, I don't think you necessarily react. Think about people that are trained, people that are fighters, people that have trained in boxing or martial arts for a long period of time. When you've been trained for a long period of time, people usually gain more calmness about them as far as physical altercations in those scenarios because they know how they could deal with the situation and they have peace about that situation. So, I don't know.
But your intent matters.
But that got to do with grace. He caused harm,
he
right?
He deserves something.
Right? And in the moment, I didn't like the answers I was receiving back. The answers that if I didn't have that grace, the answers would have led to something different happening.
Yeah, I got you. Intent matters, yo. Intent matters.
Like you said. So look.
The thing is, I'm probably gonna end the clip here. They're gonna talk about a little bit of stuff more, but I don't want to get copyright flagged too hard. So the stuff that they're talking about here, guys, all of it's relevant. All of it's relevant to everyday life. I don't think people know what. I don't think people know what their physical actions and altercations can lead to. I don't think people have enough clarity of mind or have enough experiences in their head to understand what could happen. If you get in a street fight with somebody and they fall on their head, or you push them, let's say you don't even punch them, you push them, they fall on concrete and die. You just killed someone. You now have a homicide. So, was it worth it? Is it worth having to deal with the legal repercussions of this? Let's say there's somehow you get off on this a little bit light, you're still going to go to jail, in prison probably for a while. So, man, I think it's a shame. I think it's a shame oftentimes because I think people, especially in today's society, they know that they could cross the line and nothing's going to happen to them. So they like to press buttons and push buttons, and as long as they can't be seen, they're going to try to provoke you or even do the things that they're going to claim you did. I think oftentimes people that are weak are the ones that immediately go in and start attacking people, start hitting people and doing that kind of stuff. So I think it takes a mentally strong person to be able to sit there and be like, yeah, why? It's not worth it. I'm never going to go up to somebody and just hit them or smack them or beat on them, anyone, guy, girl, for anything. It doesn't make sense, and the repercussions are just too great. If the time comes when something happens and I absolutely need to, I will. But especially if you're somebody that you're going around trying to get with my girl or whatever, if I'm completely distant from you, I'm not around you when it's happening, you're not my friend, I don't know you or anything like that, I can't do too much about that situation. If I find it and I'm there, that's different. Yes, I'll have to deal with the repercussions, but I don't think a lot of people are just going to be able to look at their wife cheating on them physically and just wait for the guy to go or something, whatever it is. So I'm just not one of those guys. That's why I just don't want to be in those situations. If I find out happens from a distance, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna do anything to the girl. Girl, leave. It's not worth it. She didn't respect me that enough to not do that to me, then I don't want to be in this relationship. If I'm not respected by the person that I'm with, I don't want you. I don't want you at all, in any capacity, in any way, for any reason. Just go, because you're not worth it to me. So, if you guys like content like this, if you guys agree that when someone crosses the line, you shouldn't necessarily hit them, figure out what you can do with the situation first. Like, comment, subscribe on the video, please. I appreciate you guys. Giveaway at 500 subscribers. I hope you guys enjoy content like this. I know I say that all the time, but see you guys in the next video.